What does it look like to be willing to be used by God as His witness for the gospel? Well, it comes in three simple ways. This submission to God means to be in prayer, to be aware, and to be there. So the first one that this looks like is to be in prayer. See, being prayerful for the lost around us is the first step in living a more missional life. We see in Matthew 9:36-38 that Jesus comes and sees this large crowd coming before Him. And it says, He looked on them with compassion because He saw them as a sheep without a shepherd. Then He looks to His disciples and says, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Therefore pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest that He may send workers into His harvest field. Pray earnestly. That's why I challenge you guys, where you are right now, that you would pick 3 to 5 people, maybe even just one person around you that's an unbeliever in your life, your neighbor, a family member, a friend, a co-worker, someone that does not know Jesus, and you would commit to pray for them daily. Daily you would pray for their salvation. You pray that God would be working in their heart and softening them to the truth of the gospel. You would pray that if God wants you and desires you to play a part in them coming to the Lord, that He would use you and lead you to do that. And that you'd be willing to play that part. And that God would also bring other people in to plant seeds and to help shape their way. I do this myself. I have 3 to 5 people in my life that don't know Jesus, that I pray for daily during my prayer time, that I say, God, bring them to salvation. God, if you want to use me, then use me. Just lead me and guide me to know how that looks and what that is. Help me to move in there. And I pray for that daily. And if you don't know how to do this and you've never done this before, I made a video actually on how to pray for the lost, just how to get started in this process of doing this. And so I challenge you, go watch it. I'll leave it at the end of this video. It could be very helpful in you figuring out how you go about this. And so I challenge you. It talks about what things you should pray for and how you can go about it. But I really tell you, it's beneficial. It's the first step you can take in living a life that's more missional. That's a mindset that's continually thinking of, man, there's lost people around me and they need Jesus. Praying for them daily builds that mindset. Next, you must also be aware. Awareness of where God is working and how He's working. Awareness of the opportunities placed before you that He's given you to be a witness. How many opportunities each day pass you by because you're just chilling through life. You're just going by day, not worrying, just sliding through with no purpose. This is a war zone. Your head needs to be on a swivel, ready to see all the opportunities God has given you to go in loving battle for the souls of the lost that are around you. You have to be aware. We have to be aware. We can't just idly move through life. That is what Satan, that's what the world is trying to do to make Christians unfocused. We need to keep the main thing, and the main thing is to make disciples and reach this world with the gospel. Be aware of your opportunities. And lastly, and also probably the most important, you must be there. When I mean be there, is you must be there available to God, available to the mission, available, setting time away so that you can then love on the lost. That you can be there with your presence and with your time to love and care for these people and show them the truth of the gospel. If you're not willing to be there on the battlefields as a soldier for the Lord, for these people's souls, then none of this else really matters. You're in the game. Don't sit on the sidelines. God's the coach and He wants you to play a part. Go and play a part. Make yourself available to be there. Be there. And when I'm talking about be there available, having conversations with them about their marriage and the struggles they're going through, listening and questioning and help them walk through it, your coworker. Or your neighbors that are having their first child. And when they come back from the hospital, you're there giving them meals as they're walking through the process of trying to be a parent. This means talking with them about what they believe about the gospel and asking them questions about what they just believe about God and actually caring and listening to them and listening to the questions they may have and giving thoughtful responses. See, when I'm speaking about being there, I mean being in their lives. Being in the lives of the lost is what it means to be there. We have to be active and intentional to build these relationships that are built around being a witness. And this means us giving our lives to be there in their lives as they walk through the journey. See, to live a life that is willing to be a witness for the Lord. What that really looks like, again, is to be in prayer, to be aware, and to be there. I challenge all of you, live these out in your life. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful to you, please leave a like. Remember, I'm leaving the video here for you to learn how to pray and start praying for the lost. Please check that out. That'd be helpful to you. And please consider subscribing, as this channel is made to help others, help Christians live out practically, take their next steps in following Christ and the mission that God has for you. That's what my passion is. I want you to see how God wants to use you and that you can play a part for His kingdom. Thank you again, and peace out.